Dr. Steve Pechenik, and this is Steve Talks. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. America. This is Dr. Steve Pechenik. Today I want to talk about the exit of Steve Bannon. I think he served a very good purpose in terms of focusing the concerns of America, not just the alternative right and the left, but really the concerns of the working people of America, as well as myself, that we wanted to make America great again, not in terms of just military power, but in terms of economy, in terms of economic growth, and in terms of getting rid of our federal government. It's just too large, too expensive, and too unwieldy. When Bannon leaves, I think General John Kelly should get rid of Gorka, Kellyanne Conway, and many of the other civilians who came in under the pretext that they were helping Trump. They really were highly paid Republican operatives. I think it's important to understand that General Kelly's role, General Mattis's role, and the role of many other generals is there to implement professionalism, a command and control system that we can hold accountable, and not a bunch of civilians who may or may not know how to build a company, who may or may not fought overseas and have no sense of respect for our country. The only concern I have right now is that Mike Pence, the vice president, should never be the person in line if anything should happen to Trump, any untoward event. And that's basically a warning to Pence and company. I want to congratulate the CEO of Merck, Fraser, who, an African-American, I think that's impressive, who's the lawyer for Merck, and basically found it disgusting to be on the Economic Advisory Committee because he was repelled by Trump's statements. Of course, Fraser forgot to mention that he receives $21 million as the chief lawyer for Merck and was involved in making sure that Vioxx, V-I-O-X-X, was placed into the market and never revealed its side effects of heart attacks and strokes. And they had to settle a $2 billion account with 50,000 people. Similarly, Fraser was also involved with many patent infringements. So hypocrisy begets an African American as well. Now on a more important issue, the bombing that took place in Barcelona and Cabril in the Catalan region of Spain was unfortunate. 13 people died, 120 people were injured. I personally happen to know that region very well because I spent much of my childhood and my teenage years in Playa de Aro and in Barcelona. The problem that exists in Spain is a very difficult one. For many years, the president of Spain, Rajoy, was not really functioning very well, and Madrid, as the capital of the republic, was totally ineffectual, and people really demanded that the politicians in Madrid leave because they were not effective in executing the work of the gross domestic product of Spain. The only area in Spain which has grown significantly and is 40% of the GDP of Spain is really Catalan. Catalan is not Spanish. It borders on Toulouse, on the southwest of France. I've spent a lot of time in the Catalan regions, and they are very proud people. Like the Basques, they also believe they should not be part of Spain, and I have supported the Catalan movement of independence for well over 10 years. I first wrote about it in the Op Center series. I then talked about it. I was a major promoter on the video and on the blogs to say, look, Catalan, you are 40% of the GDP of Spain. Break away and allow yourself to be self-ruled. Now, why do I say this in the face of a tragedy that occurred in Barcelona? In my world, the intelligence world, which believes there are no coincidences, the issue of Catalan referendum was to begin this week. And eventually the Catalanese were to vote on referendum for secession on October 1st. I don't know who these Moroccans are. I don't know who blew up what. But I do know that it would not be against the interest of Madrid to allow such a tragedy to occur on Spanish soil as they would have it. But from my point of view, it's still Catalan. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that the president of Spain did not in any way allow this to occur as it had allowed in other countries to occur, where terrorists went through their airports to blow up other countries. The president of this Spain has allowed the ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and other elements of terrorist groups to pass through the Madrid airport. And now I want to end with the words of Tennessee Williams, the famous American playwright, who said that to be a liar is dreadful, but to be a hypocritical liar is abysmal. And on that word, I will say to you, good night and God bless. Hi, this is Dr. Steve Pichenik, and this is Steve Talks.